Okay. Hi, everyone. Bear with me just a minute. Sorry, having some technical difficulties. It's of my own making, really. What I did is I moved all of the config files for Silent Hunter off the place where they're normally stored. I did this by accident. Well, not by accident. I did it on purpose, but I didn't realize that Silent Hunter would be so negatively affected. So let me just... Hang on. So it's a bit awkward because also, for some reason, the game crashes if I don't launch it in a very specific way. So hang on. And also my nose is going weird. Right. So close Steam. Okay. 1 second. Okay, close that. Right, and then launch it. Okay. Okay, can you hear it? Okay, it should be good. Then I click load, and it should... Here we go. So loading. Right. Oh, really, Terriador? Damn, that's annoying. Well, I don't think I can disable the pre-roll ads entirely, but I did do a schedule tweak to try and minimize them as much as possible. As in... Oh, sorry. So I'll have another tweak of it later. Yeah, I've got to find a way to try and stranglehold them to the best of my ability, but Twitch is fighting me on that front. They don't let you, disable them entirely unless you're a subscriber, which is very annoying. Oh, sorry, my nose is properly blocked. Hang on. Okay. Right, okay. So, welcome indeed, everyone, for those joining. I hope you're okay. Before I get started with anything live stream related, please know that, so on the YouTube front, I'm working on a video essay on a game called The Forest, which was made in 2014, and I played it twice, actually. I played it through back in early 2015, and then later again in 2021. And the game was good and I enjoyed it, but it melted my brain, and therefore I was doing a video essay to sort of talk about it in hopefully an interesting way. I'm still working on it. I'm going to need more time. Okay. Right, 1 second. I've completely forgotten what we're doing, sorry. Okay, so if I switch now, can you see it? 1 second, there we go. So the resolution is a bit wonky, I'm afraid. You're going to have these giant black bars either side of the screen. Sorry about that. I tried to run it in 16:9, but Digby's got it working, but mine just keeps crashing, and it's gotten to the point where it's like, fuck it, I've got it working, I'm just going to leave it. Thank you, Mad John. And before that, Ben the Beast, and Sigma Gore, and Artful Maverick, and Chilad, and Apocalyptic Voodoo, and Tobum, and Grigor, and Crawpax. Thank you, all of you. Holy shit, folks. Right. God damn, I've got to try and remember what the fuck I was doing. So, welcome aboard. Which U-boat are we again? We are U108. So U108, U108. I think that was historically the most successful U-boat. I think that's a bit of a nod there. Okay. So, welcome to April 1940. Oh, Jesus Christ. April 1943. Oh, God. Oh, God. Black May. Oh, no. Oh, we're so dead. Oh, no. Oh, no. Black May. Yes, okay, so a super high-level overview then, for those who have absolutely no idea what you're looking at. Welcome to a submarine sim in the Second World War called Silent Hunter 3. It's in fact extremely good, and I very highly recommend it. Made in like 2005 or whatever, but it's still one of the... Well, I think it's brilliant. So we are out here in the Atlantic. Now, the Battle of the Atlantic was the longest-running campaign of the Second World War. It involved deploying U-boats to attack merchant shipping on its way towards the United Kingdom. The purpose was a tonnage war. Effectively, the U-boats had to sink something like, was it 700,000? I think 700,000 tons of cargo per month, and doing so would force Great Britain to capitulate. Why? because Great Britain, Fortress Great Britain, which the Nazis are going to have trouble invading, basically can't feed itself. So there is just there's just not enough land. Britain can't stand alone. There's not enough land to feed its population, along with all of the raw materials necessary to fight a war. So Britain is quite vulnerable to sieges. This has been known for, well, hundreds of years. It's very easy to put Great Britain under economic strain with isolation. It is so tied to not just its colonies, but its allies, that, yes, a policy of isolation would cause Great Britain to fail. And Hitler knows that. So, in 1939, when the war kicked off, the Kriegsmarine was given the objective of going out into the ocean and sinking merchant shipping. So basically sinking any incoming cargo vessels on its way towards Britain. So that was quite successful initially, because the anti-U-boat technologies and strategies were very primitive. So you had this sort of opening bonanza, this happy time where ships were basically unescorted, and the U-boats could just go to the surface and use their deck guns to just destroy ships easy peasy. Unfortunately for us, so while our campaign continues into 1943, things have gotten very, very dire. So, in the broadest strokes, Poland was invaded and fell really quickly. France was invaded in 1939 and also fell quickly, with the remains of the government going down here to form a vassal state of Nazi Germany, effectively, with the rest being occupied. Sorry, my nose, hang on. Oh. So the Norwegian campaign kicked off in, my brain, I think April 1940, and then Norway was invaded and fully occupied, leaving Britain standing pretty much fucking alone. So the last bastion of democracy in a Europe that has completely fallen to totalitarianism. So, after that, the North African campaign kicked off in 1940, in which Germany tried to secure their foreign holdings and also cut off the Suez Canal. So that did not go well. So it's still being fought now. So what's the date? So April 1943. So yes, so despite pushing all the way to Tobruk, I think it was, yes, they got pushed further than Tobruk, didn't they? They got all the way to El Alamein. Yes, they got pushed back, and we're still being pushed back. But the biggest fuck-up, by far the biggest fuck-up of this entire fucking war, was poking the Soviet Union. So Operation Barbarossa kicked off in 1943, in which the Nazis invaded oh no. Oh, bugger, it's crashed. Rats. Hang on. Basically, the Nazis invaded the Soviet Union on the mistaken assumption that the Soviet Union was very, very weak. In their defense, I'm defending the Nazis? What? In their defense, the Soviet Union's military performance had been embarrassing up to that point, where tiny Finland basically held them over a barrel and beat the crap out of them. So the Nazis expected, in Hitler's own words, to kick the door down and the whole rotten structure would come crumbling down. It didn't. Instead, the Soviet Union was able to rally, it was able to sell territory, and it was able to draw the Nazis into ever more overlapping layers of defense, to the point that they were able to basically hold them off. The weather got worse, the soldiers poured in from the east, the industrial base of the Soviet Union was able to also move past the Ural Mountains to the east, and effectively draw the Nazis into one style of war that they could not fight: attrition. So, it's 1943. 1 second. Hang on. So it's 1943, and that attrition fight is still ongoing. All of the resources of Nazi Germany are flooding into the Eastern Front, leaving very little for us. So we get back to the Atlantic. The U-boats were never numerous enough to win the war. So despite, on even the best months, 700,000 tons of shipping was always out of reach, but now things have gotten a lot worse, because now America has truly ramped up its production, and the U-boats are struggling big time. So we are about to enter something called Black May in 1943. Black May is considered to be the turning point. It is the point where the Battle of the Atlantic is said to be lost, and it's really just a battle for survival. So all of the remaining U-boats have just got to do their best to not fucking die. Really. So the happy times are over. It's 1943, and the Allies got their shit together, and anti-submarine technology is now pretty damn good. You've got the precursor to sonar. You've got destroyers that are now well-trained and dedicated anti-submarine hunters, which are properly going after the U-boats. And the worst, well, the greatest bane of the U-boat, it's Achilles' heel if it ever had one, the aeroplane, as in the ability to cover vast distances looking for them on the surface. Long-range planes are now thoroughly scouring the Atlantic Ocean looking for us. So, hang on. So to go on the surface in the daylight hours where there is Allied air coverage, there we go, would be suicide. So, welcome to 1943. Oh, speaking of which, is that a plane? Just as I was saying that, there's a plane. Hang on. Where is it? Seems so. What's that then? A plane is searching. Is that a Liberator? So it's a long-range bomber. Right, where are we exactly? Let's have a look. So we are pretty much in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. So I presume that's from a base in Greenland. Let me just have a look at my charts. Whoop, that's not the right chart. Hang on. This is it. So we are currently at grid. So it looks like on this patrol we've sunk a few things already. What have we sunk exactly? Hang on. Crew. Mission objectives. Orders. Briefing. When did we leave? Okay. Starting base. Oh, I see. We've actually been out in the Atlantic Ocean for some time. So we managed to get to a resupply submarine. So U-463. Okay. What's the button to bring up the captain kill list? Is it B? I? L? There we go. Ooh, wow. Okay. Ooh. I've managed to sink a shit ton so far on this patrol. So April 3rd is when we left the resupply U-boat. So it's April, what was it, 11th? So I sunk a Cyclops-type collier, so a coal ship for 10,959 metric tons. A whale factory ship. Holy shit. A modern tanker, an ore carrier, an Empire-type freighter. Okay, so in the prior stream I must have done very, very well. I can see why the bomber is hunting us there. Okay. So, we've attacked a convoy, haven't we? We must have left the convoy alone, or are we still shadowing it? So we do have a contact. About 23 kilometers this way. Okay. So in 7 hours' time at current speed, we'll make it to this location. So Prior Me has plotted a course here. Alright, but where is that? So according to this, that would be at grid AL48. AL is here. Jesus, so we are, yeah, so this is 1943 air power. God damn. We can only surface at night. Yeah, if we surface during the day, we're screwed. So, what's the current battery charge? Okay. Battery levels are good. Fuel level is good. What about torpedoes? I presume we don't have many left. Okay, yeah. So, my 4 tubes have 3 electric torpedoes. My aft tubes have 2 gas torpedoes. Okay. So, that's the problem. Electric torpedoes would be preferable. They do not leave a bubble trail, but they are also slow with a very limited range of about 5 kilometers. So I would have to get very close. My chances of getting close to a convoy? Yeah, good luck in 1943. Right. So what do I do? Do I go back to Germany? I'm not that far. Well, no. Let's continue for now. I've got to wait for night time anyway, so... Well, night soon. So what's my local time? Yeah, so it's 4 in the afternoon. So the sun is going down. So let's speed up the time. Okay. Okay, warship. We can hear a warship. Where? About 16 kilometers over here. Right. Come up to periscope depth.
Periscope depth.
Thank you, Damray. Thank you very much, Damray. Thank you. Okay. So speed up the time again. So what time does it get properly dark? Right, so it's 17 minutes past 5. Still too bright, I think. Okay. So we're just shadowing a convoy right now, moving at 4 knots. They're going to be moving way faster than us, though, so they're using this time to, well, pull ahead of us. Okay. So, yeah, there it is. That's probably the same warship. So we're only making 4 knots, but they're making like 20 or something. Okay. About 18 kilometers. So, hang on. So at current ocean conditions, we've got an 18-kilometer range on our hydrophone, so we can hear his propeller. So he is at bearing, what is it? 294. So if I go to my hydrophone operator, who is here, hello. Oops, sorry. Oh, what the? How did you right click, left click? Hello. Can I? There we go. Hear that? Thank you, Reaper and Stark. Thank you very much, Reaper and Stark. That's metal coming apart. Can you hear that? Something's sinking. A bearing 294. Maybe another U-boat made an attack? I must have wounded something. I don't appear to be credited with a kill, though. The seas aren't particularly rough. I wonder what's happened there. Okay. So, 1 second. Let me just go to the crew and cycle them out of the stern torpedo tube into the quarters to have them rest. So I moved them there presumably so that they could reload the aft torpedoes, but that job is now done. Right. But yeah, I hope everyone's okay today. Welcome indeed, if you're just joining. Yeah, things here are fine. So I'm editing this video essay. I think it's going well. I managed to get some footage that was bugging me, so I'm hoping that I should be able to return to normal efficiency today. I'm basically filling in the visuals for a video essay. Yeah. Right. Any spare room? Yeah, move you there. What about you? How are you doing? Yeah, some of my officers are quite tired. Just let them rest. Okay. Caminator. It's a game called The Forest, which was made in 2014. Basically, it's very strange, and I just want to talk about how strange it is. Okay. So what's the time? So it's almost 8 in the evening. Okay, so is it dark enough, do you reckon? Yeah. Let's peg it. This is probably as dark as it's going to get. Okay, so let's come up to the surface.
Yes, sir.
And ahead full.
New depth. 0 meters. Ahead full.
Trouble is, I've lost the exact position of the convoy. Okay, here we go. So, the submarine is now moving, so full speed ahead. Okay. I don't know, Clumbum. Bear with me. Thank you, newbie. Okay, so... Whoop, oh, bugger. No, we're fine. So for those who aren't familiar with the concept of the U-boat at all, effectively don't think of them as modern submarines. So don't think of them as staying underwater and cruising underwater for days and days and days. Instead, think of it like a surface attack boat. We're basically fast-moving surface attack vessels, like a very streamlined destroyer. who occasionally go underwater. And when I say underwater, I don't even mean that deep, but mostly just below the surface. So beneath the surface of the water, you can actually hide from most forms of attack. Most. So, that's what we're doing. We're stalking on the surface boats that we see at long range, and then we go in to attack them when they're weak. So, the problem with that is that we have a major weakness. We have to be on the surface for most of the time. That means that if we can be effectively forced to stay underwater, we are slower and less able to hunt prey. So if there are planes circling, for example, we struggle. Okay. So we're actually cruising at about 9 knots. The ocean is a bit, tricky. I've got my spotters. Can I make sure that they stay... Yeah, keep rested people who are good watchmen. So who's this? So that is Hartvig. Who's my watch officer? So Conrad. Can you get up there? This guy always gives me the side eye. Yeah, he's underwater. Okay. So keep their eyes peeled for anything really. Okay. And it's going to take us about 3 hours to get to this location over here, where I presume we'll find the enemy convoy. So, let me give it a save before it crashes on me, as it tends to do. Okay. So here I go. So 3 hours time. So, okay. Around 11. Oh no, hang on. I've got to look at the local time. Here we go. So pushing forward. Okay, hang on. We've got a radar signal. So stand by. Something has detected us via radar here. So at 23 kilometers we have a hit. Something by radar. That's not good. That could imply a small carrier. Well, actually, honestly, it probably implies destroyer. That's almost certainly a destroyer. That does give us a bit of an advantage, though, in that we can see their position updated constantly as we move. So we'll know how fast the destroyer is moving. That doesn't really help us because we're not hunting destroyers, though. Any captain who fires their torpedoes at a destroyer is a fool. Okay, here we go. Okay, is he coming closer? What's he doing? Uh-oh. Is he just sweeping back and forth, or is he on a straight hunting course with us? How far is he now? He's still a good 18 kilometers. I reckon we've got... Yeah, and we've probably got like 6-7 kilometer viewing range there, so we've got some time. Okay, no, he might be headed straight towards us. What's he doing?
Current depth 10.
Okay, he's on 15 kilometers and closing. Is he going to turn away? No, I don't think he is. Okay, we're going down to periscope depth then. I think he's coming straight towards us. 12 kilometers. Let's make sure he doesn't detect us here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, down we go. That's frustrating.
Periscope depth.
Damn it. That is quite frustrating. I was hoping to cruise across the surface. Right, bring us down to periscope depth. So what's his current course? He's moving very fast. Are we sure that's a destroyer? That might be a plane. There's got to be a plane.
Current depth 10.
Alright. Yeah, that's annoying. So here we go. Back down to 4 knots. Head 1/3. Keep moving. Just keep moving for like another hour or so. Then we'll surface the boat again. So it's almost 8 in the evening. Okay. No anti-air on the sub? I believe there is, but we're squishy and, yeah, all it takes is a good bomb, and that's it, we're dead. So anti-aircraft submarine, that's not going to happen. We are vulnerable. Okay. So let's try surfacing again. So surface the boat.
Yes, sir.
Head full.
New depth, 0 meters. Ahead full.
So yes, don't. I don't know where the audience is, as in you guys. I don't know what your mindset is when it comes to the submarine, but we are not. Yeah, we are not the wolves of the sea. Despite the propaganda, we are. So the convoy's the cheese, but we aren't the cats, if you know what I mean. We're trying to sneak our way to it without getting killed. Destroyers are submarine hunters. Planes are submarine hunters. All they have to do is spot us and we're dead. Okay. Sure thing, strikers, but you know what I mean. As in, some people are like, just shoot a torpedo at the destroyer, bro. As if this is some action film where the destroyer won't simply change its course and dodge the torpedo immediately. Just shoot the plane down. Yeah, the plane is just going to shoot us. It's faster, it's smaller, and its bombs can blow us up in one hit. Okay, let's keep moving. So we're back on the surface, moving at 10 knots. No radar contact yet. Okay, so let's go to around about here and then go back underwater and see if we can pick up the sound of any ships. So what's the time? So it's around, well, it's around 9 in the evening. So we're sneaking through darkness. Okay, here we go. So let's go down. Periscope depth. In fact, a little bit deeper than periscope depth. Take us down to about 20 meters. I believe so, yes. I think you can look at the gauges. They're accurate. Okay. Indeed, Mad John. Yeah. The raid on Scarpa Flow was
Depth, 1 0.
incredibly brave. Okay. Right, so we're coming down. The U-boat's going under the water. Right, kill our propeller.
Yes, sir.
Drop it down a bit.
Ahead slow.
Who's on the hydrophone right now? So right now, we've got Carl. No, he's on the radio. Jurgen is on the hydrophone. Is he my... Who's my hydrophone specialist? He is, okay. Or is it you? Radioman Gunner. Whoops. Get Berthold or Walter? Walter, can you get on the sonar? Okay. So Walter's on the sonar. Walter, what have you got? Sorry, not sonar. So this is a hydrophone. So it is simply a set of directional underwater microphone, like microphone set, mounted on the sides of the U-boat. So we can't hear directly behind us because our engine drowns out all the noise, and we can't hear in front of us because the microphone doesn't point that way. But we can sweep side to side and listen carefully for any propellers. So just turn the U-boat slightly to just in case they're in front of our boog. Nothing. Okay. So, if we were hunting something, within about 25-ish, 23 kilometers. So there's nothing directly here. So we did see a blip here. So perhaps, perchance, our quarry's there, just on the edge of it. So let's come back up to the surface,
Yes, sir.
full
Ahead
speed,
full. New depth 0.
and try to move over here to see what we can hear. No, I haven't given it a go, obvious potato. Okay, sorry, for those joining the stream then, we are in April 1943 in a U-boat in the Atlantic Ocean. We have only a handful of torpedoes left, and we're hoping to use them against any Allied ships that we find to complement the numerous ships that we've already sunk. We did very well there. Okay. So what's happening right now in the Second World War? 1 second. Timeline of 1943. So we're in April right now. The date is April the 11th, 1943. What's going on in Germany? Everything's well, I hope.
Current depth 1 0.
So, the British 8th Army have entered Tunisia. Sorry, they're already in Tunisia. They've entered... where, sorry? Sfax in Tunisia. I don't know where that is, sorry. Where's Sfax? So basically the Germans are being pushed back. Okay, so 1 second. Apparently it says that it's here. Here, I think? Maybe here? Right, so the Allies are pushing all the way past Tripoli, all the way over here. So yes, they're about to put the squeeze on Tunis over there. Oh no. Okay. So a few days ago, Hitler and Mussolini came together, mostly for the purpose of propping up Mussolini's fading morale, it says here. So Mussolini is having trouble in Italy. Okay. Allied forces, the Americans from the west and the British from the east link up near Gafsa in Tunisia. Okay. Cool. Bolivia has declared war on Germany, Japan and Italy. Better late than never, Bolivia. Okay. Radio Berlin, in 2 days' time, announces the discovery by the Wehrmacht of mass graves of Polish people killed by the Soviets in the Katyn massacre. Jesus Christ. Katyn massacre, mass murder where 22,000 people were shot. God damn. That sucks. On the 15th, Finland officially rejects the Soviet terms for peace. There's a heavy RAF raid on Stuttgart. On the 18th of this month, Admiral Yamamoto, the chief architect of the Japanese naval strategy, is killed. Oh yes! Oh my god! That's this month? Yamamoto gets killed. The Americans intercept where his plane is going. I remember that. Yeah, the code breakers have basically completely fucked the Japanese naval code, and they were able to determine where his plane was going to be flying, and they sent a small, like, crack team of fighters to intercept his 2 cargo planes, and they succeeded. And then they spent years afterwards arguing as which pilot got the kill. Yeah. So yeah, things over there have gone fucking horrendously for the Japanese. So the Battle of Midway, which was it last year or the year before? It was last year, wasn't it? The Battle of Midway saw the Americans completely shag the Japanese, basically turning a trap back on the Japanese, again by breaking their naval codes, and now the Japanese are on the defensive. Right. So yes, all of the Axis powers are on the defense, and they're fighting a war which they cannot win. They cannot win a war of attrition. Okay. So what's the time? So keep moving. So we'll be there in 1 hour and 20 minutes. Are we running on the surface? We are. I've not tried U-boat demo. I'm not familiar, sorry. Okay, so 1 hour, moving 23 kilometers. Keep your eyes peeled. Oh, hello. Lag spike there could imply that something big just loaded. Not that I'm metagaming, totally. Hang on. Give it a save. Okay. Keep moving. So what's the time? So it's around 10 in the evening. Right, so it's 26 minutes past 10 local time. It's nice and dark and underwater. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Take us down to periscope depth, please.
Periscope depth.
Periscope depth. Listen on the hydrophones again.
Ahead is low. Yes,
Take
sir.
us down, yeah, below the surf.
New depth 2, 0.
So here's my problem, folks. Since I lack long-range torpedoes, apart from the ones in my tail, engaging the convoy would have to be at exceptionally close range, which would be very dangerous. I assume I'm hunting a convoy. Current depth 10 meters. Okay. Thank you, Entello. Thank you very much, Entello. Right. Walter, what have you got for me? Oh, oh. Oh, hello? You hear that? Bearing 302. We have something, everybody. Bearing 302. So drawing a straight line from the submarine. 302 is here. In fact, I could probably just do this, couldn't I? Hang on. 302, bearing 26. So bearing 26, stretch it out to there. There's something out there. Maybe I was on the money. Okay. I think it's further. I think it's somewhere out there. So where am I right now? Looking at this, I'm at grid AK 66. Check my charts. According to spies, AK-66 is here. So, does that imply that there's something on the Liverpool-Halifax route? ONSUC. Oh no! Oh no, 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 no. Let's not do this. ONS. ONS? Is that Black May 1943? Hang on. Black May 1943. The month opened with the Battle of ONS 5. This convoy route, the Battle of ONS 5 in Black May, involved 7 U-boats sunk. Okay, so it was one of the worst performances of the Kriegsmarine with heavy losses. It ushered in a period that the Nazis called the Black May. Oh shit! Am I sailing into the jaws of death? Okay. So that's it. That's the convoy route of Black May. ONS. So, they are AK... Probably. I don't know for sure. They're probably here. Which, yeah, they're probably here. Oh, that seems a bit too far. Okay, they're a bit closer than that. Okay. So, let us get closer then. So, surface the boat again. Carefully.
Yes, sir.
Try not to get
Ahead
detected.
New depth 0 meters.
We need to determine exactly where they are. Okay. So, surface the boat. Right. Come on, let's go. There's the boat. Okay, transfer the crew to the diesel engines. Charge the batteries. So, we heard them here. How far... Well, I don't know if this line is where they're going to be. Let's take an educated guess and say probably 17 kilometers. Probably. And then say that this is probably where they were going. So, let's speed to... So, hang on. Did I get a radio communique? Radio contact report. Status report. Enemy warship grid AK-66. 8 knots. AK-66. Here. So let's assume 8 knots. 8 knots. Moving, so with a convoy moving at 8 knots can travel 14.82 kilometers in 1 hour. That's 2 hours. So 29.64 kilometers distance traveled. Right. So let's say there. 2.5 hours. 2 hours. Let's travel there. Let's try that. In fact, I'll probably dive there to see if I can get a better fix. Okay. So for those just joining, I'm trying to figure out where some targets are to hunt them. Okay, so speed up the time. So we're moving at 11 knots on the surface. It's currently 15 minutes to 11. Oh, hello, hello, stand by. Radar detected. Okay, so what's the range? The exact range. It's 20... Okay, so that does seem more accurate to me. Okay, so 21 kilometers. That's probably... Hello, stand by. No, wait, sorry, I misclicked. I thought that was a second radar. I misinterpreted it. Okay, so that is probably the convoy. So delete my prior thing. Okay, so let's try and pull ahead of that then. So 2 hours, where can we get? So in 2 hours time we can get there, and they'll be roughly there, I think. Which is a distance of what? 15, still too far. Speed up the time. Trouble is we're not moving that much faster than them. Okay. More radar signals. Stand by. They're closer now. Right. Yeah, that's the convoy. Can you see the way that they're moving? So it's a destroyer doing a sweeping pattern, searching for U-boats. A dog update. She's behind me on the sofa. She's happy. She's good. Yeah. Keep moving. Okay, we've got another radar signal, so we're pulling ahead of them. So we're going to run out of night, so the sun is going to come up, rendering us vulnerable. So we should just pull ahead of them as fast as we can, frankly. Just keep moving as fast as we can before we have to go down for the day. Just keep going. So it's around almost midnight. Keep plotting the radar signals as they appear. Keep moving, keep creeping in. It's almost 1 in the morning, so the sun is going to start to come up soon. Okay. So do we have any radar signals yet? So they were approximately... So let's go back down to... Hang on, so back down to periscope depth.
Yes, sir.
What's the range on the radar? I'm not sure, sorry. Thank you, Skadoodle. Thank you very much, Skadoodle. Indeed, Wits, it's pretty damn cool. The raid on Scarpa Flow. For those not familiar, there's a shallow... so this area in the... sorry, is this the Orkney... Where's the Orkney Islands? Basically, it's an area of shallow seas and sheltered harbours that the Vikings used to use. A U-boat snuck in there, and that's where the Royal Navy kept its northern fleet. So it attacked the northern fleet at anchor. But that was right at the start of the war, when anti-submarine procedures were much more lax. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Slow the
Ahead
engine.
slow.
Walter, what have you got? Hello? There they are. Bearing 261 from the U-boat. So stand by. Whoops. What am I doing? I want this one. Bearing 261 is here. So roughly 30 degrees. So they are probably there. Okay. So what's the range on that? So they're probably about 7.5 kilometers. Okay. So we can hear them. So if they are going this course here, which they might be, we'll be very close. I worry perhaps too close. So 5 kilometers engagement range. Let's say here. I'm worried I'm too close already. Surely I'll be able to see them. Okay, so 1 hour until we're in this position here at current speed. I don't know. Surely I'd be able to see them. Not sure what to do. And which tubes am I firing? Okay, so I need to decide. Am I committing or not? Fuck it, let's commit. Let's give it a save. It's going to be risky if they are there, and if I fuck this up, then we're going to have to re-maneuver. It's going to take a few more days. Okay. Right. So, let's now go up to a head standard at battery power.
Ahead standard.
Come to periscope depth.
Yes, sir.
Raise periscope.
Periscope depth.
There we go. So, give me torpedoes. Just checking torpedoes. So I've got tubes 1, 3, and 4, electric only. Stand by. Where's my pen? 1, 3, and 4, electric only. So we've got to get a visual on something. Easier said than done in this soup. So what was the bearing? Approximate bearing of 230. So somewhere over there. Can we see one? Not yet. So we're about 10 minutes at current speed from this position. So let's speed up the time. I have a feeling... I honestly, I probably would have spotted them by now. I have a feeling they're not going to be there. Hydrophone? Can you hear them? No, we're moving too fast. Reduce speed?
Yes, sir. Ahead slow.
There they are. 240. They're on bearing 240. Which is 26 degrees that way. So they should be there. Which is a distance of about 6 kilometers, assuming this line is accurate. Okay. So,
Yes,
keep
sir.
going.
Ahead standard.
Keep creeping forward. Keep searching. Oh, damn it. The sun's coming up. So 245 up here. Stand by, 245 over here. Can I see anything? Oops. Stand by. Something's been spotted. Cargo. We see something at bearing 254. Just visible. Something is there. Okay. If I can lock them, I can get their exact range. Can I lock one? Yeah. Yes, there you are. We see you. Hello. Hello. We see you, Mr. Ship. Where are you traveling? Okay, I was off. So 101. Hang on, 101. I was off. We're off. So that's their course. Okay. So, how far am I really? I'm on the... Okay, so I'm like 19 kilometers. Okay, we're just on the edge of the visual range. So, I want to instead... what am I going to do? That's way too far to engage. So we're going to back off. Come back up to the surface.
Sir.
Risky. Whoopsie.
Rudder 35.
Ignore that.
Degrees to port.
Rudder 0.
Yes, sir.
Could I get my nav officer back on station?
Degrees to port.
Nav officer, could you...
Yes, sir.
Fuck.
Plotting course.
No, don't do that. Sorry, I fucked up. Nav, return to
sir.
course.
Returning
Come
to
up
course,
ahead
sir.
full and surface the boat.
Ahead
How much
full.
time do we have? So it's around 2 in the
New
morning.
distance,
The
0
sun is coming up very soon. So, I'm going to quickly surface the boat and see if I can get ahead of them as far as I can. As hard as I can. And hope that a destroyer doesn't come investigating. So, if I've accidentally targeted a far element of the convoy, instead of its... So, basically, I could have fucked up. This convoy could be this big, for all I know. And I could be surfacing right in front of their destroyer screen. I hope that's not the case. Oop. Lower the periscope.
Current depth 10.
Thank you, Dismayed Duck. Thank you very much, Dismayed. And Skadoodles. Thank you. Okay. So surface the boat and then push ahead as far as we can. Right. Yep, give it another save because I'm nervous. Hopefully I haven't made a mistake. Right. Indeed, max impact. Okay. So, moving at 7 knots. Is the diesel engine... There we go. Diesel engine's activated. Right. 1 second. Oh, hang on. Testing. Shit. Is that not... I'm about to... I don't want to snot down the microphone. Hang on. Okay.
Current depth 10. Yes, sir.
So, let's push ahead as hard as we can.
0 meters.
Right. And hope we don't get detected. Okay, stand by. So, radar signal. What is that? Please don't be a plane. I think we're okay. Whatever you are, please don't come and investigate us. So you're sweeping. I think we're okay. So that, so what part of the convoy screen do you reckon that is? I'm gonna make a call and say I reckon that's their starboard side. So the convoy is probably this. Probably. Okay? So, let's pull ahead as fast as we can. So we'll be there in about 1 hour and 10 minutes. Damn, we're losing the light. Well, sorry, we're gaining the light. That's good for them and bad for us. Okay. So there they are. We're faster than them, but only just. Okay, and then pull here. Now what was it, 101 degrees? Yes? So let's go from here. Right. 101 degrees. That's probably the convoy's approximate course, okay? So, we want to engage. 5 kilometers is our maximum range for the electric torpedoes. 12 kilometers is the maximum range of the gas torpedoes. I may have no choice but to go with gas torpedoes. I don't think I'm going to get close enough with the electrics. So let's do it. I'm going to go with a gas torpedo attack. So, we're going to pull to here. Swing the boat around so that our arse is facing it. Okay? And then we're going to fire, maybe if I can get a little bit closer. Whoops. Let's try, yeah, if we can get, because that is maximum range, you know. Let's get to like here. Maybe like here. Okay. So how long until we get there? 1 hour. The time then will be about 3:45. So hopefully we can get there before we get detected. So here we go. Hopefully. Fingers crossed, everybody. Here we go. So it's now 18 minutes past 3 in the morning on April the 11th, April the 12th, sorry. Here we go. We're pushing right in front of the path of the convoy. So that's a destroyer at 22 kilometers. Okay. It's closing. Okay, that's another destroyer at 20 kilometers. So I reckon that's their screen. Okay. So if that's their screen, don't go here, whatever you do. Stay on the edge of their screen. So let's get just a little bit closer, but don't push my luck. There, no closer than that. Here we go. Okay, it's another destroyer. I think I was bang on the money. Ooh, okay. That's another destroyer, so hold on. He's sweeping there, I reckon. So, okay. Ooh, that's probably close enough. Yeah, let's not. If he's sweeping back and forth with his sonar, he's gonna get us if I get too close. Thank you, Bugswelly and Judge Grimlock. Thank you very much. There we go. That's the Allied convoy. We can see that he's sweeping. Right, so come, yeah, bring the boat around. Here we go. And let's go under. So periscope depth. So just using my intuition. Where's he? Okay, so he's so we're probably just on the edge. Okay, we're just on the edge. Right, good luck everybody. Here we go. Up periscope. Just quick peeps, okay? Thank you, Manual CS Plays. Thank you very much, Manual. The sun is coming up. Okay, that's going to make us very vulnerable. Right. So, take the boat into silent running. Silent running.
Yes, sir.
No loud conversations.
Rig for silent running.
Whispers only. They can hear us talking. Okay. So, kill the engine entirely.
Yes, sir. All stop.
Maybe shimmy the boat just a little bit this way.
Yes, sir. Ahead slow.
Thank you, Manuel, Bugwelly, Judge Grimlock, Max Impact, and Dismayed. Sorry, Max Impact. Thank you. Okay. So.
Contact, merchant, closing, bearing, 1, 1, 2, long range.
Copy that. Thank you very much. Okay, wait. Stop.
Yes, sir.
Rudder
All
amidship.
stop. Rudder 0 degrees to port.
Okay, so the reason I've done that is that I think this is probably going to be approximately 90 degrees. Almost. Okay, so 96, 97 degrees. Not as perfect as I was hoping. I probably should have checked that before I did it. Whoops. Okay, so let me just get rid of that for a second. So, pop this up again. Sorry, before I do anything, do you mind if I run for a wee-wee? I've just been sitting on my bladder for a while. Back in just a moment. Okay. Oops, hang on. Hi. Right then. So, hang on. So for those just joining then, we are in the Atlantic Ocean, hopefully in front of a convoy of allied ships that we can attack.
Contact,
Now,
merchant, closing, bearing, 1,
they should be at bearing
Contact,
125.
merchant, closing, bearing, 1, 2, 2, long range.
So can I spot them? Raise the submarine just slightly. Maybe we can get just above the waves. So bearing 125, can we spot something? Anything? Hello? Cargo. We can see something cargo. There you are. So let's get your exact heading. It's approximately 102. 101, 102. Okay. We'll draw a line there. There. Okay. So, I need to try and pick a target and engage. Let me just clear out some of this. Okay. So, basically, again, speaking to those who don't know how this type of combat works, we don't have a homing torpedo. Acoustic torpedoes were in the works, but they were very primitive and easy to confuse by just putting any different source of sound into the water. So, all of our torpedoes are dumbfire. We fire them in one direction, the torpedo will adjust its course and its depth, and surprisingly, it's actually very effective because a ship is rarely moving, it's rarely changing its heading when it's underway. So if you fire a torpedo at the exact correct bearing and speed and depth, you're pretty much guaranteed to get a hit. Hang on. So it's a question of whether or not we can do that. It's a question of whether or not we can fire a torpedo directly into their path so that they run into it. So, to do that, we need their exact speed. So what I'm going to do is I need to pick a target, and I need to get my calculator and my watch here. So what have I got? So I need to figure out its bearing, its speed, its range, and then add it all into the targeting computer. So the length of the... What is this? Sorry, speed. 2 marks on the map measure 3 minutes and 15 seconds, 195 seconds. Distance divided by 100 will equal their speed in knots. Okay? So let's try and figure out their exact speed in knots, and it does need to be exact. So we need to get a visual to do that, though. Unless we use like a radar hit. Lulu, what are you doing, you bizarre animal? They're still a bit too far. Okay, just gotta wait a little bit then. Okay. Why using a targeting computer? They did have computers, so let me show you. It's a very primitive computer, but if we go up here, they would enter the values into this thing. So yeah, I think this is it. Yeah, enter the bearing, the speed, and it would plot the approximate, yeah, the bearing, the gyro angle for the torpedo. Okay. So, this is the conning tower. So, yeah, this is where the captain would sit. Okay, we just need to wait for a little bit. Right, so warship detected. They're creeping closer. Let's see if we can pick a suitable target. Let's just try and get the speed first, shall we? So, what sort of bearing? Lulu's sorry, I don't know if you can hear Lulu. She's running around like crazy. So, bearing 130, just over here. I spotted something. There. Could that be the same ship? Cargo. Put a marker there. Start the clock. So, we're going to see how far it travels in 190 seconds. Okay? If we can keep tracking it. Okay. But yeah, I hope everyone's okay today. I'm feeling good, so just cracking on with this video. Again, oops, sorry. Oh. I must admit, I am very nervous. I really hope the video works out. If anything, thank you for being so exceedingly patient with me, folks. I know it can't be easy. Me fucking around with a video essay that I know. I appreciate that not everyone appreciates. But, yeah. Hopefully it's good. Effectively, I talk about the forest. I talk about the forest in relation to a bunch of quality assurance stuff. And basically sum up at the end, not like... I'm not like trying to be a cunt, or at least I hope I don't come across as a cunt, but a sort of like, what not to do when it comes to making a piece of media? Like, it does some things which I think, like, no, don't do this. It's good, but don't do this. Again, from my experience in software development. Like, the best way I can describe it would be if you make something backwards. It's kind of made backwards. It's still fun. It's a lot of fun, but it's like... ugh. Okay. So there we go. 2 minutes on the timer. I was a senior quality assurance analyst, Nomad. So QA testing, embedded with development teams as they go through the process of making a piece of software, primarily enterprise software, but enterprise software for big companies, banks and that sort of thing. But before that, so I cut my teeth in QA for well, shit ton really. It was like an outsourced company, so lots of console shit. Yeah, lots of games. Lots of mobile stuff, websites,